The bodybuilding world continues to debate the recent men's open show results, and now one of the division's biggest stars, Nick Walker, has shared his thoughts on the outcome. During a recent discussion, Walker explained that while he expected Tonio to take the victory, he was highly impressed by the condition and overall improvements shown by Krizo, adding that Krizo is becoming an increasingly dangerous competitor in the men's open division. Walker's comments immediately gained attention because of his reputation as one of bodybuilding's most respected and brutally honest analysts. As a former New York Pro champion and Olympia contender, Walker understands exactly what judges are looking for at the highest level of the sport. His opinion carries weight within bodybuilding circles, especially when discussing elite open competitors. According to Walker, the result itself was not surprising. Many experts heading into the show viewed Tonio as one of the most complete physiques in the lineup. Burton has steadily built a reputation for bringing balanced structure, sharp conditioning, and polished presentation to every competition. Leading into the event, several bodybuilding veterans and analysts predicted that Burton's completeness could allow him to edge out bigger names if they missed their peak. That prediction ultimately matched Walker's expectations. However, despite believing Burton deserved the victory, Walker admitted that Krizo's condition stood out far more than many fans anticipated. Over the last several years, Krizo has consistently been viewed as one of the freakiest physiques in bodybuilding because of his overwhelming size, massive shoulders, and extraordinary arm development. But critics often questioned whether he could consistently bring the conditioning and presentation needed to defeat the sport's most polished athletes. This time, many believe Krizo answered some of those concerns. Recent reports surrounding the competition highlighted how much sharper and more complete Krizo looked compared to previous appearances. Several bodybuilding veterans praised his improved legs, harder condition, and overall physique maturity ahead of the event. Even respected bodybuilding coach Milos Sarcev described Krizo as super dangerous because of his freaky structure and elite arm development. Sarcev also emphasized that Krizo's legs had improved significantly and that his overall package was beginning to look much more complete. Nick Walker appears to share that same opinion. What impressed Walker most was not simply Krizo's size, which has never been questioned, but the fact that his conditioning finally appeared closer to the level needed to compete with top-tier open athletes. Conditioning remains one of the most important judging factors in professional bodybuilding, especially at major shows where the difference between competitors often comes down to detail, hardness, and presentation. For years, many fans believed Krizo possessed enough raw muscle to challenge almost anyone in the division if he could consistently arrive fully dialed in. That possibility now seems more realistic than ever. Krizo's recent improvements have become one of the biggest storylines in bodybuilding. After battling injuries and inconsistent placings in previous seasons, the Slovakian mass monster appears to be rebuilding momentum quickly. His victory at the ESN British Grand Prix Pro earlier in the season already secured his qualification for the 2026 Mr. Olympia, allowing him to focus entirely on refining his physique against elite competition. Many fans believe this reduced pressure has helped him improve mentally and physically during prep. Another major factor in Krizo's progress has been the visible improvement in his lower body. Earlier in his career, critics frequently argued that his legs lacked the same dominance as his legendary upper body. But recent updates suggest that weakness is beginning to disappear. Coaches and analysts have repeatedly noted that his quads and overall lower body thickness now blend much better with his massive shoulders, chest, and arms. Walker's comments about Krizo being dangerous soon reflect a growing belief within the bodybuilding industry that Krizo may finally be figuring out how to maximize his enormous potential. That possibility is exciting and concerning for the rest of the division. At his best, Krizo presents a unique challenge because very few athletes can match his combination of width, arm size, and raw muscle density. His physique immediately stands out in lineups due to his freak factor alone. If he continues improving his conditioning, posing, and presentation, many believe he could become a legitimate threat at major international shows. At the same time, Tonio victory reinforced another important truth about modern bodybuilding: completeness still matters. While Krizo may possess more overwhelming size, Burton's balance, conditioning, and overall polish allowed him to impress judges enough to secure the win. In today's open division, athletes cannot rely purely on mass anymore. The best competitors combine size with aesthetics, conditioning, posing, and symmetry. That is why Walker's reaction to the show results felt so balanced. He acknowledged Burton's deserved victory while simultaneously recognizing the massive progress Krizo has made. Rather than framing the result as controversial, Walker seemed to view it as evidence that Krizo is evolving into a far more dangerous athlete than he was in previous seasons. The timing is also significant as the bodybuilding world slowly shifts focus toward the 2026 Olympia season. The men's open division currently features one of the deepest rosters in years, with athletes like Derek Lunsford, Samson Dauda, Andrew Jacked, Nick Walker, and Hadi Choopan all fighting for dominance. Breaking into that upper tier is incredibly difficult. Yet more and more fans are beginning to believe Krizo has the physical tools to eventually enter the conversation if his improvements continue. Walker's comments only added fuel to that growing hype. Coming from a competitor known for his eye for bodybuilding detail and experience at the highest level, the praise toward Krizo carries real significance. Walker understands better than most how difficult it is to improve conditioning while maintaining extreme muscle mass. And based on what he recently saw, it appears even he believes Michael Krizo is moving dangerously close to becoming one of the biggest threats in the entire men's open division.